Hi, Jim Robinson here with the Premium Daily Commodity Newsletter. This is a chart of April gold, and on the bottom you can see there's some bullish divergence on the oscillator from the Advanced Gap software. And if we take this make or break, which is really a good indicator to help us see when a low is coming in, and we click on this low, then it will tell us when the next low is coming in. And basically it's saying from February 1st through February 15th, expect a low in gold, and that's the black hash marks. Now the blue and purple, that tells you the price level to expect a low. So gold is right where it should be making a low at, and we're getting some bullish divergence. So I'm looking for a low in gold here, and we'll be looking to buy. Let's see what else we got here. Here's the dollar. The dollar has gone. Again, I'll show you how it's the same deal here. Click on this high, then you get the make or break, and the dollar's gone through its make or break, which a lot of if it breaks through the make or break, that tells you that the dollar's going to continue. But you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt if you think it's coming into a top, because then what will happen is the dollar will snap back and it'll trade below the make or break, and I think that's what's coming in happening with the dollar now. I think even though it's gone past the make or break a little, I think this is the top coming in the dollar, and we have these black hash marks here, and you can see that the dollar's right in the area for a top, for the time for a top to come in, and it's gone a little past the price. We put in the stochastics. There's not much divergence there, but okay, in this oscillator, on the Elliott oscillator, there is some divergence there. So whenever you have a bearish divergence coming in at a make or break area, again, this is just an area. This isn't going to be perfect every time. This is a place to look for a turning point in the dollar. Take a look at coffee. Let's see here. Kind of move this chart out a little bit. Okay, we'll put the make or break on this pivot low here, and it's showing that coffee's right at the level that a low should come in. Now again, this is just, it doesn't mean there's going to be a low there for sure, but it's telling you be on alert for a low, and that's what we're doing right now. Then if you put the trend regression channels on it, which is just another way to do a trend line, and now if coffee would trade up from here and break through this, that would be a buy signal for coffee. Look at cocoa real quick. I already had these make or breaks on there, and I'm gonna take them off to kind of show you where I'm drawing them from. Cocoa here, if you draw the make or break from this low, this pivot low, it puts you right in here, which again, cocoa's gone through the make or break, but if it snaps back up and then closes back above the make or break, I would consider this more of a low coming in than a new start of a new downtrend. But then if cocoa were to keep trading lower, then we'd have to be looking at this is going to be a longer downtrend here. Now here's another pivot point to put the make or break on, and this is a legitimate place to look for another pivot coming up into the future, and that kind of puts us right in the time zone and the price zone for a low to come in for cocoa here. And again, this would be one that, if we put the trend regression on it and we draw and we look for our other indicators, like maybe some oscillator divergence. There isn't really any right now, but we'll be looking for that in the next few days. And we'll try to look at one more real quick here if I can get it in. Soybeans, we took this trade this morning, and this is one thing I was looking at for a possible low in soybeans, besides a number of other things, but this make or break, I drew it off this pivot low here, and that shows a possible low for beans coming in right in this area from January 20th through February 18th, and the price levels right at this is the July contract, so right around 9.30 in there, a bushel, and that's where we took our trade this morning. Now again, if you put this trend regression on it, you can see that with today's action, it's not on here, today's action isn't on here, but if today's action open up, and if it closes up here, you can see that will be a break of the trend line, trend regression channel, and I think we got a good trade going in beans. So that's it. Thanks for listening to my video. Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com.